Hello and welcome along to Extra Time as the goals just keep on coming for Real Madrid. The Whites netting 5 times in their weekend win at Almería, taking their total to 20 goals in their last 4 league matches. With me to look back on that match in the studio, Dermot Corrigan, Fred Hermel and Rodrigo Marcial. Dermot, another superb attacking display from Madrid.
Yeah, it was really entertaining to watch. Best away performance of the season so far, I think, from Madrid. Blitzed them in the first half, only 1 goal in the first half, but even still, I think it was 18 shots before half-time. Could have been totally out of sight. Then the second half, the goals started to come again. But, you know, really, really good. The intensity was there. Maybe some of the away games earlier on, there's been good parts in the games, some parts of the games that Madrid fell off a little bit, but all the way through, really good. Put Almería to the sword, really, and could have been a lot more than 5-0.
Now, we did have a little scare in the second half, Cristiano Ronaldo having to go off with an injury, but Freddie, it's not too serious, is it?
No. Unfortunately, Cristiano had to let the team. He doesn't like to do this. Just it was after 52 minutes. It's too little for Cristiano. But you know, he had. He have seen the doctors in the clinic today. No problem. It's not a tear. It was the most important thing. You know, it's not a tear. It's just what we call in Spanish a bocadillo. No, it's like a golpe. It's not a problem. And to tell the truth, Real Madrid did well the job in Champions League. That's why Real Madrid. The game against Galatasaray is important, but it's not. Real Madrid will finish first. You know, we don't need so much as Cristiano's like in a quarter-final of Champions League or semi-final of Champions League. That's why it's important just him to rest. Maybe he can rest against Valladolid. After he can't play against Shativa in Cup, then maybe Cristiano can have 2 weeks of rest. That is fantastic because the season will be very, very long.
Absolutely. Real Madrid also keeping their 3rd clean sheet of the season in La Liga against Almería. I suppose, Rodrigo, actually the manager might be almost more happy to keep a clean sheet than score 5 goals.
Yeah, managers used to say that in press conference when they keep the clean sheet. And I remember the words of Carlo Ancelotti in the summer. If you want to play beautiful, you have to risk something in the game. And with Real Madrid playing with so many forwards in attack, with Jesse and Morata, and at the end of the game you have to risk in defense. But it's a good news for Real Madrid to keep the clean sheet, and in the next games against Galatasaray, Valladolid and also Shativa could be a good choice, a good chance to have a clean sheet again.
All right, so an excellent victory then for Real Madrid against Almería. Let's hear from the manager, Carlo Ancelotti, who spoke at the post-match press conference.
It
was only during the final 15 minutes of the first half when we lost control a little and our game became a bit slow and sluggish. But those were only very minor details. I would have liked us to have scored the second goal earlier in the first half. But when that goal didn't come, we lost a little confidence, but that's all.
Hemos perdido en los últimos 15 minutos un poquito de confianza, ma nada más. Cristiano empezó el partido, ha jugado un partido, marcó, después ha tenido un pequeño problema.
Cristiano started the game, scored, and later he had a small problem, and we decided to take him off. All of the players did well, because we kept a clean sheet, which is important. The whole team played well together, and that's how we have to continue, because we're in a good moment of form. It's not easy coming back after an international break, and today's game was a little different for us. For that reason, we should feel happy with how it turned out.
Hemos tenido muchos problemas antes, después los partidos del equipo nacional. Hoy fue un partido diferente.
Carlo Ancelotti speaking in the post-match press conference. I guess probably what would have pleased him the most is seeing that intensity from his players right from the off.
Yeah, he talked about that, and Charlie's talked about it a good bit throughout the season, especially when they go away from home, that they've good parts in games, but sometimes they allow the opposition to come into the game. You saw games like Villarreal and Elche earlier on the season, and he mentioned a little bit there the intensity dropped in towards the half-time, but I don't think it was really that bad. I think Madrid were right at it from the start. Having Alonso and Iramendi in midfield together worked really well. I think Madrid had better balance in the team, had more control of the game, and you know, they were able to go away in the second half and pull away, but that was because they'd put the work in the first half and really tired Almería out.
Yes, because normally after an international break, the big teams normally receive a goal, began without intensity. And after 30 seconds, we saw very easily that Real Madrid wanted to win in the first part. Wanted to win the game in the first part, you know. Said, okay, maybe we can rest a little bit after, no? But we have to do goals. And we saw the first goal of Cristiano Ronaldo, but he had 2 occasions just before, and I think this attitude is very positive, and that means that all the players are very concentrated on what they want to do with Real Madrid, and the coach is here to prepare well after having he just had time like 2 or 3 days to work with the team after the international break, but he did well too.
Remember, Carlo Ancelotti was missing 5 players who were unavailable for this game. Di Maria, Khedira, Marcelo, Contrao, and of course Varane, all unavailable, but still no problems against Almería.
Still no problems, and I think it's also important for Yaramendi on the midfield with Xabi Alonso. I think is in the midfield without Sami Khedira. Real Madrid needs some kind of players keeping the pressure all the game, because if you won the game 3-0 in the first half, and I remember the game against Seville when you win 3-0, and also Sevilla scored 2 goals. Real Madrid is different now. All the players want to play, and all the atmosphere is good. All the bench players want to score goals, like Morata and also Jose with home players, and also Real Madrid is different because the clean sheet also is stay in the game.
And you said without 5 players, I will say without 7 players, because the last half an hour Real Madrid played without the 5 you said before, and without Cristiano Ronaldo and without Benzema. Yeah. We played without 7 important players. That it was amazing to see this. And what happened? Real Madrid has been able to score 3 goals away without 7 important players. The bench is very, very good.
I think it's the best away match with Galatasaray game in the season.
With more control.
With more control, comfortable of all the players in all the game, and I think it's the moment to say Real Madrid play the most beautiful football in La Liga in the last month. I think we saw during these games that the commitment of all the players is very high, because it's not easy for a player like Morata, for example, to play just a few minutes and knowing that he will not be in the start 11 during this season, no? But Morata came and he was able to score, and he did a great job.
Well, let's hear from Alvaro Morata, who, along with Dani Carvajal, spoke after the game.
We enjoyed a brilliant start. Apart from the opening goal, we played well during the opening minutes. After that, maybe we relaxed a little, and Almería started taking more risks and put more pressure on us. But I think we can feel happy with how the game went, and that we didn't concede any goals away from home, which is never easy. Right from the start, the coach has shown faith in me, and I'm building up minutes on field and doing my best so that he continues to have faith in me.
Yes, I'm very happy. In recent games, I haven't had much luck in front of goal, but that changed tonight, and I hope they continue going in for me. Most of us have only just come back after the international break, and it's quite normal to feel a little tired. It was noticeable tonight, but we took a great result from the game, even though it's always a bit of a struggle after international breaks. Now we are just looking forward to Wednesday's game. Cristiano is just the same as anyone else. The other day he put in an exhibition display with Portugal. He's the best player in the world, but he gets tired too. He's the first to arrive in Valdebebas and the last to leave. I'm sure he'll recover quickly. He's a vital player for us.
Alvaro Morata and Dani Carvajal speaking after that victory over Almería. Both of them actually had really good games.
Yeah, Carvajal especially was really impressive at right back, and there's a lot of competition for places at right back, but the 2 left backs are out at the minute injured, so maybe Carvajal's going to get a decent run in the team. We've seen that Ancelotti has a lot of faith in him and has played him in even games like at the Camp Nou. We know that he's really good going forward and that he can put, he's good on that, but he's working on the defensive part of his game as well. Really good all-around performance, and was one of Madrid's best players on Saturday, I thought.
Yeah, I think he understands football really well in attack with Dani Carvajal. I remember his days in the Bundesliga, and I think he's one of the greatest and youngest players in Real Madrid. And also with Arbeloa in the left back, I think it's a good choice for tough games, because Arbeloa keeps in defense, and Dani Carvajal produced some attacking role in defense.
It's evident that Dani Carvajal is an offensive player, but he has to learn how to defend. He's doing well now. It's evident that he likes to go and help the people in the attack. He's doing very good crosses. He's giving good passes. I think we will see. He's one of the players of the future, but it's player of the future, but yet a reality for Real Madrid and very useful.
Lovely goal from Morata as well, wasn't it? Took it very, very well. Very confident finish.
Very confident. That's why what I said before, you know, the commitment of Morata is amazing. Because, I repeat, it's not easy for him. Because during some weeks, because Benzema was not very well, and maybe he imagines that he will play a lot, no? And now he knows that he will not play a lot. And each second is used by Morata to revindicate his talent. And it shows that it's pure talent to do this, with very calm, very comfortable.
He knows
beautiful.
his role. I think it's important. He knows his role because some of the young players in Real Madrid in last season doesn't know the way he can play minutes. And I remember young players hate staying on the bench, and it's different because Morata keep calm and also has now understand it's time to be patient.
Absolutely. Alvaro Morata doing very well for Real Madrid indeed. That's all we've got time for on this edition of Extra Time. Remember, keep your comments coming via Twitter using the hashtag ExtraTimeRM, and remember to subscribe to the official Real Madrid YouTube channel. Until the next time, it's adios.